Hey everybody, thanks so much for stopping by. My name's Eli. I'm the owner of Raw Tactical here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Remember, it's R-A-H, ribeyes and handguns. Hey, as soon as this video is over, head on over to my website, rawtactical.com, and check out the classes, check out some different things I got going on over there, and sign up for a class while you're there. You might as well just go ahead and do it. Don't get off the site and have to come back later. Just do it while you're there. All right, so today I want to talk to you about two different things as far as aiming goes. The first one is point aiming or point shooting, and then the second one is actually aim shooting. Okay, so point shooting is simply that. Literally, you point and that's where you're shooting. You're just coming up, you get a quick sight of your target, or of your sights rather, on your target, and you pull the trigger. On the other side of it, you have aiming. This is where you come up nice and slow and deliberate. You get good sight picture, sight alignment, slow, steady squeeze of that trigger, and you take the shot. Okay, so those are the two. You have them on either end of the scale. The point shooting is fast, boom, really quick. The aiming is nice and slow and methodical. You want to try to be able to find someplace nice right in the middle of that. Now, when you're first getting started, you're going to be aiming, all right? You're going to be aim shooting every single time. I would honestly recommend when you guys get out on the range, you go and you do multiple rounds of just nice, slow, steady aim shooting, right? You bring your gun up, get on target, sight picture, sight alignment. Remember what we talked about on the other one, equal height, equal light in your sights. Remember that? I want you to do that every time. Slow, steady squeeze of the trigger, get that good shot, maintain your follow through, do that multiple times. And then at the end, let's have some fun, okay? So you've done multiple shots, 50, 100, 150 rounds of shooting, that nice aim shooting. Then let's start having some fun. Let's come up quickly and take the shot and back down. Up quickly, take the shot and back down. That kind of gets that muscle memory going. That puts everything into practice that you were doing with your aim shooting, and it starts to narrow that gap between your aiming and your pointing, all right? So when you're doing that, like I said, you want to find that nice happy medium so that when it comes time to actually use that, whether it is in a self-defense situation, a life and death situation, or it's in a competition shoot, you've got that in between. You're kind of speeding up your aiming, you're speeding that up, and you're slowing down your point shooting just a little bit. You're coming into that middle. Okay, so let's talk about that just a little bit more, okay? So what you're going to want to do when you're going to the aiming side of it, okay, we're going to go ahead and come up, clear, make sure we got a clear, safe weapon, everything's good there. You're going to come up, you want to make sure you're right on target. Slow, steady squeeze, bang, perfect, okay? Reset, come back up on target, slow, steady squeeze, bang. Now, if you're on the range, obviously, you're not going to be doing this. So I'm not on the range today, obviously. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and simulate a little bit. So we're going to come up, all right? You're going to get your nice aim in, slow, steady squeeze, bang. You're going to maintain your stance here, your composure. That's your follow through. Pull that trigger again, bang. Letting off slowly. Go ahead and zoom in on my finger here. I want the folks to see what's going on. All right, so you're slow, steady squeeze that trigger. You're going to hit the wall, the brake, bang. You're going to let off, and that's where your wall is at. All right, very short on this one. And then you're ready to go again, bang. Come off, hit that wall, bang, or the reset rather, bang, bang. Okay, that's going to be your aiming, nice and slow and steady. Now, when you're point shooting, so you're all done, you're ready to go, you come up, you get your first one, bang. So let's say you've just done your 10 shots, okay? So you're down here at the low ready, and we're just going to do the point shooting now. So we come up, bang, down, bang, down, bang, down. This is just getting that muscle memory in place. Right? You're making sure your eyes are on target, your sights, correct sight alignment, equal height, equal light on here, boom. But with this, it's just quick and easy, right? You're just up and out, up and out. Now, if you get good enough with it, if you're getting used to it, and you've done your aiming well, you practiced those fundamentals well and everything, you're going to be pretty close to being on target with that sight shooting. So instead of coming up and holding it for a few seconds and then slowly squeezing that trigger and taking your shot, it's going to be up, boom. Now you may not be center mass here, you might be a little bit wider out, but you're still hitting center, all right? So that's your difference right there, all right? So on one end of the spectrum, you've got aiming. On the other end of the spectrum, you've got point shooting. Okay, so think of it again too. If you point at something near, everybody's going to know, hey, it's right there. Oh, it's that thing on the ground right there. You're pointing at something across the room, across the street, and everybody's going, well, what's he pointing at? Is he pointing at, what's he pointing at? That's kind of the same concept of it. Point shooting, you're going to be really accurate up close. Farther out, you're not going to be as accurate. Aiming, you're going to be accurate no matter what, as long as everything is lined up. We want to narrow that gap a little bit and be able to get faster on target, better shots, and better on target. Okay? Any questions, hit me up, direct message me. I can talk to you about it more. But by all means, come out to class. We can work on this. We can work on your fundamentals. We can work on your marksmanship. And as always, guys, remember, walk by faith, shoot by sight.